Welcome to the Choose on Purpose podcast. I'm your host, Becky Ploutz. This is the space where we live with intention. And I'm going to read a quote from Oprah Winfrey that, I put in my weekly email. And I love this quote because it ties into so much of the month's theme for June, which is aligned action. And it also ties into the book study that we are kicking off inside of the Work on Purpose with Purpose community, co-work space, accountability, encouraging accountability support that's happening this Wednesday. We're starting out tomorrow, 6 a.m. Central Time. We'll be beginning in a new book called Mastering Affluence. And if you're watching the video, you'll get a little sneak peek of that in the second here, but the quote from Oprah Winfrey is, "The greatest gift you can give yourself is the permission to live a life true to who you are, not the life others expect of you." Let that set in for a second as I grab my book to just show the next part of where I was like, oh, I want to talk about this quote, this understanding, this idea, and welcome you to the new month of aligned action. So thinking about this quote, right? The greatest gift that we can give ourselves is that we give ourselves the permission to live the life true to who we are, right? Stop thinking about what other people are thinking about you. They're going to judge either way, whether they like you or they don't. They're going to have an opinion, right? So the greatest gift that we can give ourselves is the permission to just be ourselves and be true to who we are and stay away from the expectations of what we believe others have of us, or even if they tell us, right? Staying away from those things. So I love this quote. I want to just kind of think about this as a lens of how am I taking aligned action this month to really be giving myself the permission to stay true to living the life of who I am. And, can I recognize in the spaces or times that I might be living into someone else's expectation of who they think I am versus being true to myself. So this is just kind of the lens I'm going to be filtering through this month, looking at aligned action. This is the letter for the month of June that I sent out on Friday. So this month is all about stepping out of our comfort zones and taking purposeful steps toward our dreams and goals, all while ensuring our actions align with our core values. So, do you know your core values? Right? That's a big question. If you're feeling like, oh, I don't even know what my core values are, that would be somewhere to start, right? So, just think about these things as I read them. Next part of the letter is aligned action means making intentional choices that resonate with who you are and what you stand for. It's about being brave enough to pursue our passions and confident enough to know who we are and that we're on the right path. When our actions are aligned with our values, our journey becomes more purposeful and impactful, right? Raise your hand if you want that. Whoop, whoop. We all do. We all want to know that we make a difference in this world. So I encourage you to embrace this theme wholeheartedly. Reflect on your values and let them guide your steps. Step out of your comfort zone and take bold steps toward your dreams. Remember, growth happens when you push beyond the familiar and embrace the unknown. Now, side note, I want to make sure that I point out taking bold steps towards your dreams is not saying take these huge leaps of faith, right? It's about the small steps, but I'm pointing out bold because the bold to me is going outside of the comfort zone, as we're talking about in this letter, right? Doing the things that are out of the norm for us. They stretch us a little bit to feel discomfort in a way that's welcoming to growth, right? So we're here to support each other on this journey this month and share our goals, celebrate your progress, and inspire each other. Together, we can create the community in a stronger way while we all are aligning to our individual actions to support our purposeful steps and missions, right? So lead those extraordinary steps of growth to your fulfillment and allow yourself to have the permission, like Oprah says, to have the permission to live the life true to who you are. So this is like the cheers to a purposeful month ahead and making those impactful actions come to light. And the book that I wanted to shout out and let you know, like, hey, if you're listening to this today, as we launched out this episode, there's still time to jump in and come and discuss with us about the Mastering Affluence by Carol Tuttle book. Now, that's about how big it is. There is amazing opportunities to be practicing what she's teaching in here. And the subtitle of the book is The 6 Lessons to Create a Life You Love. I mean, hello, does this all go together or what? Totally on purpose. And so what the back of it says is really great. This is another reason that aligns really well. What would your best life actually look like? Like, have you thought about your best life yet? What does it look like? The best-selling author Carol Tuttle has found that a truly affluent life is rich in 6 areas of life: spiritual, mental, emotional, physical, financial, and in relationships. I would agree with that. So I'm super excited for this. So let's see. This book guides you through all 6 areas to clear away patterns of struggle and replace them with affluence, ease, and joy. Do you want some more ease and joy in your life? This sounds great. So let's see the 6 lessons to empower you. They are to connect with your life's purpose, to eliminate your negative self-talk, to feel emotionally balanced every day, to enjoy your body and live free of pain, to have money to do what calls to you, to be nourished by your relationships. Mastering affluence doesn't just help you feel optimistic about having a better life. It guides you through a personal process to actively create one. This is the amazing thing about coming together in a book study is that we get to hold space for each other to implement the things that we're learning in this book. And it's mapped out for us to meet every Wednesday, 6 a.m. Central, starting June 4th and going through the first or second week in November. So come grow with us, ladies. Like Mastering Affluence is going to be June through November. Reach out, go to the work.onpurpose.withpurpose@gmail.com and email me to say I'm in for the book study. And I will send you over the information to come in and join us. So this is a huge part of aligning action starting with June that we're focusing on in the community, where we want to know how we can be supporting each other more and more. How are you taking aligned action this month, right now, today, from this podcast, in fact? How are you going to take aligned action? What's one thing that you're going to do? Maybe it's sharing with an accountability friend, right? To say, I'm giving myself permission to do this thing that is very much true to who I am once a week, once a month, getting started, whatever that baby step is for you to take purposeful steps in the direction of the life that's true for who you are. We're holding space for you to choose on purpose to do that. Love yourself, live fearlessly, and do all things with purpose. I'm Becky Ploutz. This is the Choose on Purpose podcast. Thanks for listening.